Hello friends, I hope we are live and today we are going to discuss something about problems and why you should not carry your problems along with you. First of all friends, whenever we are going through a phase of life when we have lots and lots of problem in our life, what we tend to do is we keep on grabbing to those problems and we do not let it go. The most important problem is that we are not learned ever in our life to let it go. And so, what happens? I'll tell you with a small example, friends. You know a frog. If you will drop a frog in a hot bucket of water, he will try to jump off immediately from that bucket of water. But if you will try to put a frog in a pan of cold water and start heating the pan, eventually, as the water rises, the frog does not jump out. He tries to match with the environment. He tries to match with the temperature. He tries to sustain as much as he can. And eventually, at one time comes when the frog eventually dies because of the heat. But he did not get a chance to jump because he was trying to adjust according to the situations. And just because of that, he lost his life. So what is most important, friends? You should know when to back off, when to get out of your problems, when to leave the things aside, and you should learn how to go ahead with just ignoring the problems and how much you should give weightage to a problem. Because if you'll keep on thinking about problems, how will you be able to find a solution for them? I'll also try to give another example, friend. There was one farmer. He had his huge farm. He had one donkey. He was his very favorite donkey because he used to work for him. He used to work for him 24 hours without thinking of anything. He used to like that donkey very much. He used to bring him various kinds of grasses from all over the places just for him because he used to love him a lot. But one day, what happened, friends? The, the donkey fell into a big pothole and he was not able to get out. So the farmer was thinking a lot because it was his favorite donkey. What should do? What should I do about him? How can I get him back? How can I get him out of it? He thought and thought very much and finally decided that to bury him alive. He started putting he started putting mud on him. He started putting mud, and what happened? When the mud came on the donkey's back, the donkey simply just put it away by shaking it and just stood on that mud. The farmer used to put mud on top into that pothole. The donkey used to shed that mud and stand on it. Eventually, what happened? The farmer, when he was putting up the mud, the donkey used to climb up on that mud, and eventually that hole completely was filled up. And in the evening, the donkey was eating, grazing in his again in his lands, and that's why he was able to shed off his problems. If he would have carried that problem, he would have also died eventually. But what he learned to shed off his problems. That's what I want to tell you, friends. Don't carry your problems along with you. Learn to shed off them and go ahead. Nothing will happen. If you are in problem, thinking about that problem will not solve that problem. You need to shed off the load. You need to shed off the problems and move ahead, friends. Life is very beautiful. I'll also give one example of monk and his subordinates or his